Well, hello, my friends. Welcome to the Artist Next Level podcast. I am super happy to be here with you once again. And well, today I'm very excited because it is the kickoff of the goal setting bootcamp for artists, which we have right now going on online, totally online inside of our Facebook group. It kicked off today, December 14th, depends when you're listening to this podcast. And it's a goal setting program, which we're doing totally free. We actually do something like this at the end of every year. And this year is no exception. And this year is actually better than ever because we're making it into a 4-day bootcamp. Totally free, all online, super cool. And the best part is that we have about already well over 700 artists who said, I want to set goals for 2021. I want to prioritize my goals. I want to create a strategy for success, and I want to have a plan. So that's what we're doing, exactly just that. So in today's podcast episode, what I want to do is actually I want to share with you the very first session that we had to kick off the bootcamp. Is a session with Dr. Yana Gomez, my wife. She talked about decluttering your life to make space for success. Again, decluttering your life to make space for success. So I'm going to actually share with you the very first presentation of the bootcamp. And tomorrow, I'm going to share with you the second presentation in the bootcamp, which I did, which is called Prioritize Your Goals and Work Smarter. So I want to totally share those with you here in the podcast. And if you want to listen to the rest of the bootcamp, or if you want to participate, actually watch the videos, connect with hundreds of artists from around the world, and be part of this amazing thing, and raise your hand and say, yes, I also want to make 2021 my best year ever. All you have to do, my friend, is just register. Super easy. Just go to www.theartistnextlevel.com/goals. Again, www.theartistnextlevel.com/goals. Or if it's easier for you, just actually look at the description in this particular podcast, and I'm going to put the link right there. Or you can message me on Instagram at Sergio Gomez Art. Again, Sergio Gomez Art, that's my Instagram name, and just message me the word goals. And immediately I will send you back as a reply a quick link so that you can register. The event is 4 days from Monday, December 14 to December 17. Now, if you happen to listen to this podcast after that, all the sessions will be available for the entire week, so you can still access them even if the dates have already passed, all the way to December 20th. So December 20th is the very last day in which you can access the bootcamp, and it's going to be super awesome. The comments are already off the roof. They're super cool, of artists already who are saying, this is super awesome. So I'm going to share with you today's presentation with Dr. Yana Gomez on the topic of decluttering your life to make space for success. And tune in for tomorrow because I'm going to share with you here in the podcast how to prioritize your goals and work smarter. Enjoy.
Resources, inspiring interviews, business practices, and practical advice to take your art career to the next level. Join Sergio Gomez in today's Artist Next Level and get ready to take control of your career.
I am Dr. Yanina Gomez. I am a psychologist, also an author of the book Moms Don't Quit. One of the things that I specialize is in mindful parenting and also mindset and emotional wellness, which is what we're going to be talking about in this lesson number 1, which is clear your mind. I am a mother of 2 teenagers, and I have been married to Sergio for 22 years. Sergio and I are the founders of the Art Next Level Academy, who is sponsoring this bootcamp. So we are so glad that you trusted us and that you are here with us this week. And, as people come in, I would like to know where you are joining me from. Where are you in the world? I would love to know. As you probably know, we are in the Chicagoland area here in the United States, and I would love to know where you're joining me from. And also remember that we have posted the schedule in the banner on top of these groups. So if you want to know the topics that we're going to be covering this week, or as a reminder, so you know what's next, just check out that banner. And these videos, every single one of the videos or these lessons are going to be recorded, and they will be available to you until this coming Sunday. This coming Sunday is the last day that you can watch the videos. So you can watch them at your leisure, anytime, 24 hours a day, but only for this week, because at the end of this week, by Monday, the video and the group is going to be closed. So make sure that if you cannot attend live, or if you want to watch them later for whatever reason, make sure that you do so before this coming Sunday. So let's see what else I have here in my announcements before I share lesson number 1, which is clear your mind. One thing that we want to encourage you is to invite other artist friends. They are still welcome to join us. They can go to our website at www.theartistnextlevel.com/goals, and they can sign up. Keep in mind that, again, we're going to record all of these lessons, so they will have the same opportunity as you do, which is to watch the lessons at their leisure until this coming Sunday. So I think that's about it. Those are the announcements that I have for you. And by now, there's quite a few of you already with me, joining me. So I'm going to get started with lesson number 1, which, as I said before, is clear your mind. And the truth is, my friends, that in order for you to be able to achieve your goals, you have to clear your mind. Anyone can set goals, right? Anyone can say, next year I want to do this, this, and that. But when your mind is not in tune with your goals, things can happen. And usually the things that happen are not very positive. Lack of focus and meaningless distractions are some of the 2 enemies of success. Let me say that again. Lack of focus and meaningless distractions are some of the most common and dreadful enemies of success. Think about it this way. When your mind is cluttered, when you have all these things going on and you're not clear, you don't know what to do, then that opens up space for self-doubt and self-sabotage. Why? Because you don't have a clear path. You don't have a clear vision. You don't have a clear mind. And you're opening up space for that self-sabotaging thoughts that tell you that, no, you can't do this. What if, right? You won't experience success until you remove all those toxic distractions from your mind. But the thing is that you've got to be intentional about removing those distractions. They're not just going to disappear out of the blue. You have to be intentional about that. So in this lesson, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be sharing with you some tips to remove the 3 most toxic distractions that can prevent you from achieving your goals in 2021. And once you're able to remove those 3 top distractions, you will open up your mind for opportunities, for a clear path, for a clear vision. And that's what we're going to start with. The tip number 1 is to clarify your vision. You have to have a clear vision. It doesn't have to be a perfect vision, but it has to be clear enough that will allow you to set up a strategy or strategies to be able to get there, right? No clear vision equals to confusion, frustration, feeling lost without a purpose, and actually going on with the flow in a meaningless way, right? Hence, no clarity. So the thing is that you've got to have a clear vision of where you are now, right? Where your circumstances are now and where you want to be. So you're able to see yourself now, come up with the right strategies that you're going to be learning this week on how to put together sound, active, well-done strategies so you can get there to that place or to that vision that you want for yourself. So what I want to do under tip number 1, which is clarify your vision, is to give you a very simple exercise to help you, paint a picture of where you are here, or actually clarify where you are here and paint a picture of where you want to be. So what I want you to do under this tip is to write down a description of how your career looks like right now. And I really want you to take time to do this, maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow morning, as soon as you have an opportunity. And that's one thing you're going to see in this boot camp. There's a reason why we call it boot camp, because we are going to challenge you to take action. And if you don't take action, nothing is going to happen. And that's one thing I really want you to be clear. You can listen to all these lessons that we're going to be sharing with you. You can hear all the tips that we have for you. But if you don't take action, nothing is going to happen. You cannot expect me to take action for you. And you cannot expect Sergio to take action for you. You cannot expect us to give you all the answers in the world. But you have to expect yourself to take action. And you have to commit to take action in order for things to happen for you. So the first thing I'm going to ask you to do today is to write down a description of how your career looks like right now. So be as detailed as you want to be, right? And then think about what's missing. What's missing in your art career? There has to be something or some things missing, otherwise you wouldn't be here, right? And write it down. Write down what it's missing. And then I want you to think about, how do you feel about where you are in your art career right now? How do you feel about it? How is that making you feel? So that's the reality. That's the now. I want you to take some time to describe the now. Then I want you to start thinking about the future. I want you to start thinking about what it's going to look like at the end of 2021. And I want you to start dreaming. I want you to start kind of painting a picture in your head of where you want to see yourself and your art career at the end of 2021. And this is when your creativity will flow, and maybe this is where you're going to be like, okay, I have all these dreams and all these plans for myself that I want to accomplish by the end of 2021. And this is how we're going to start. And as you will see that throughout this boot camp, those tons of ideas, Sergio is going to help you to narrow it down to your number 1 or number 2 goal. Right? But we want to start big, and then we're going to start more narrow so we can be very specific and very mindful and intentional about focusing on those goals. That when we achieve those goals, you will see that the rest of the goals, the rest of those dreams are just going to fall into place. So you're going to paint a picture of where you want to be at the end of 2021. How will it look like? And how would you feel once you accomplish those goals? So I want you to write all that down. And there's something about when you write things down that it makes it more official. So in case that you forget, you have that document that you can come back to it. And when you come back to it, that document or that whatever you wrote down, that description that you wrote down is going to be the fuel you need to continue, especially when the going gets tough. And that's the power of painting a picture. That's a power of dreaming, but then documenting in writing those dreams and those goals so you can come back to them when you either forget or when the going gets tough. So that is going to help you. That exercise is going to help you clarify your vision, where you are now and where you want to be, right? So in order for you to be able to achieve those goals, in order for you to continue to clear your mind and maintain a clear mind, because I don't only want you to clear your mind, I want you to maintain that clarity in your mind. Tip number 2 will be keep your schedule decluttered. Keep your schedule decluttered. And usually I will teach about decluttering your schedule. That's usually the tip that I share. But we all have gone through 2020 and we're still going through 2020. And all of us started the year with tons of things to do, with a very busy schedule probably. But as the year has been going by, a lot of activities, a lot of commitments have been canceled. Things have been canceled, postponed, maybe rescheduled, right? And our schedules have been emptying out organically due to the pandemic and all the different things that have been happening as a result of the pandemic. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to maintain that decluttered schedule. I want you to maintain space in your schedule for opportunities, right? The busier your schedule is, the less space or no space you will have for opportunities, and oftentimes once-in-a-life opportunities that may arise. And, when you are too busy, you tend to overlook or even avoid opportunities. And that's why it's so, so important that, 2021 is going to come up and a lot of opportunities will happen for you to be wise about what you say yes to and what you say no to, and maintain some space for amazing opportunities. So let's keep it that way for amazing opportunities. And one of the things that one strategy that you can use to maintain your schedule decluttered and maintain it in a good way, right, is to think about the way you see time. How do you label time? Do you see time as an asset, as a valuable investment, or do you see time as something that comes and goes? And let me tell you something, that successful people see time as an asset, a very, very valuable asset, and therefore a valuable investment. That when you see something that is highly valuable, you think about it twice when you have to invest it or spend it, right? But when you do not put value to something, you don't care. Like, if something costs you $3, you're going to be like, whatever. If you're more likely to just not care about it versus if you spend hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars on it, right? Then you will be more careful and cautious how you treat that whatever item that you have purchased, right? For hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So this is how the mindset that I want you to use when you see time, when you see your schedule. How is that going to make it better for me, right? Successful people, like I said, see time as a valuable asset, and that's why they're successful, right? So I want to invite you to see time as a very, very valuable asset. Therefore, you're not going to let other people to dictate how you're going to be investing in that valuable asset, right? You're going to be more cautious. You're going to be more careful about how you spend it. And starting today, I want you to have that mindset. I really want to invite you to adopt this mindset as to time is too valuable to waste. That's the bottom line. Time is way too valuable to waste it. And it's way too valuable to allow other people to dictate how you're going to spend it. So the exercise that I want you to think about and try this week when it comes to time management and things like that, and the way you keep your schedule decluttered and how you value time is this. I want you to figure out how you're investing your time. What is it that you're doing? And now this is going to be easier to do. But this exercise, what I want you to do with this exercise is to just keep it on your toolkit and use it ongoing, especially when things start getting super busy. So I want you to figure out how you're spending your time on a weekly basis. How the whole thing is that, are you using your time wisely and getting the results you want, or are you wasting your time? Are you staying super busy, yet you are not being productive? Are you being super busy, yet you are not producing results, right? So this is something, again, that it might be easier now, but as things get busier next year, I really want you to be super intentional about this exercise and do it over and over again. So are you letting others to dictate how you're going to be spending your time? So think about it that way. So this week, and the whole exercise is this: take some time, maybe 5 minutes at the end of every day during the weekday, if you can start the weekday, and then you can do the whole week if you are super busy over the weekends. And take 5 minutes at the end of the day and jot down what you did today. Write it down, jot it down. And look at all the different activities that you have you have done today, and ask this question for each activity. How is this activity getting you closer to achieving your goals? Or how is this activity helping you maintain a healthy emotional mindset? Or how is this activity helping you, when it comes to relationships with loved ones, right? And if your answer is not much or not at all, then I challenge you to remove that activity. Whether it's a habit, whether it's something that you've been doing that is really not helping at all, I really challenge you to remove that activity from your schedule. Whether it's volunteering for something that is not giving you any satisfaction, or is not helping you, or you're not really helping much, but you're wasting all these hours and hours in planning and meetings and things like that, and that are not really getting anywhere, and this is more volunteering your time. There are tons of examples of things that we do that are time wasters. So that's the whole idea of this exercise. Are you using your time productively, or are you just wasting time and looking busy? So I challenge you to do that. And maybe, as I said, more in 2020 than you're doing it now. But if you start now, it becomes a healthy habit that you can definitely continue doing when it comes to evaluating the way you're using your time. So that's tip number 2. Keep your schedule decluttered and keep an eye on how you're spending your time, and see time as an asset, a valuable investment, right? And my last tip is, when it comes to clear your mind, is to detoxify your relationships. Yes, and this is something extremely important, because the truth is that oftentimes toxic relationships really put us down, really distract us from our goals, and they really mess up our lives, So my question to you is this: are unhealthy and unnecessary relationships sucking up your time, leaving almost nothing for what truly matters to you? If someone came to your mind, then that means that it's time to detoxify your inner circle. If you have a name or a few names, then we've got to detoxify your inner circle. As long as these people stick around in your life, their negativity and their negative energy will bring unnecessary stress into your life. And you really don't need unnecessary stress. As it is, we're going through an extremely stressful year. This has been, I think, the most challenging year in my life, and I venture to say that you feel the same way. And the more you surround yourself with negative people, the worse it's going to be. The more you're hindering your mental health, the more you're hindering your goals, the more you're hindering your career, your business. So it's very, very important that we do the opposite. It's very, very important that you detoxify that inner circle. And the best thing that you can do to detoxify your inner circle is to let go of downers in your life. Let go of downers in your life. Let go of those relationships that are putting you down, or wasting your energy, or wasting your time. And maybe letting go of these relationships might be something that is, that is going to take some time, that you're going to have to, it's going to take time to dissolve that relationship due to X or Y reason. But it's time for you to stop investing your valuable asset, your valuable investment, which we are calling time, on them. You don't have to be answering all their texts. You don't have to be answering the phone when they call you or they text you. You don't have to respond immediately. And, you choose what to answer and what not to answer. Own that. I really encourage you, and I really want to challenge you to own your time, and own your choices, and own your options, right? Own them. It's very important that you gradually cut down the time and attention that you are giving to this person until the relationship fades away, right? You don't have to be 100% 24/7 available to these people. Seriously. You've got to give yourself some grace, and you have to give yourself permission to own the option of not continuing with that relationship. Or you don't really have to dissolve it 100%, but you distancing yourself, giving yourself some space that you need. It's okay. So if you need permission to give yourself space, I am here for that. I give you permission to give yourself some space, and put aside those relationships, because if they are the ones that are really putting you down, you do not need that. A healthy support system can enhance your journey when it comes to achieving those goals that you have set for 2021. I'm not suggesting that you should only depend on others for success. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that, what I'm asking you to do is to surround yourself with authentic people that they will be there during the good days and not so good days. So I'm asking you, and I am inviting you to surround yourself with authentic, good people, and to give yourself permission to either dissolve or distance yourself from those who are putting you down, those what I call relational vampires that are sucking up your energy, that are sucking up your time, and that are only letting you empty, hungry, tired, depressed, frustrated. You don't need that. You really don't need that. So that's what I have for you today when it comes to clarify your mind. Again, number one is clarify your vision, and I gave you an exercise to help you do that. Number two is that to keep your schedule decluttered, and this is something that I really want you to take very seriously, and it's an ongoing exercise, and I also gave you that exercise to do when it comes to helping you to declutter your schedule. And number three, to detoxify your relationships. So this is what I have for you. Thank you so much for watching, and keep an eye on our next lesson that Sergio is going to be sharing with you. I will see you later. Have a wonderful week and enjoy this boot camp. I hope you truly take advantage of it and make the best of it.
Check out our website at www.theartistnextlevel.com, where you will find our podcast library, learn about our upcoming webinars, find resources relevant to your career, and much more. Thanks for listening to today's podcast, and we'll see you at the next level.